Got your yogurt. I hate the way you do healthy eating, man.
Is this how it be, Joe? Because I think this is how it always looks. Tony, you, what do you want from me, man? I don't have no.
Because you making it worse than it has to be.
But what do I have, Tony?
What you mean?
You
making it more miserable than it has to be.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Healthy stuff.
But you getting the plain stuff, the
What do
basic.
you want me to do, Tone?
Like you got regular rice cakes.
Yeah, because
there's so many different flavors.
If I get flavors, then you're gonna be
no, I'm not.
Flavors got the added sugar. You get the caramel got the added sugar.
Well, you got to watch out for the added sugar.
That's what I'm saying. So if I'm not gonna eat,
but if it's under 10 grams of sugar, you good.
Cause see, then I start thinking like that. Then all hell breaks loose.
What you mean?
Then I be like, why do I need rice cakes? Why don't I just take the rice out? Then it's just cakes, and then I'm back to square one. Just let me eat this crap and
you be making it more miserable than it has to be. And then you be eating your little chicken pea, no seasoning. You don't put no seasoning on the broccoli. You just be like, look.
I don't do halfway, Tone.
You making it terrible.
Yogurt and granola. Everybody likes this.
But that's a good yogurt stat wise.
Oh.
Because it's got mad protein in there, no added sugar. Have you lost weight? You going down? You ain't weighed in? You ain't got the... Look at where the camera is. The camera was like right on your tits.
I'm going to show you I'm going to tell you what the difference is. So look at my stomach right here. Let me come in the camera. Right? Okay, now look at this video. This is really what I noticed. I was like, okay, Kev, keep going.
Well, let's get the side profile. You got to get the side profile in there.
Yeah.
Hold on, the mic's in the way. There you go. All right, side profile.
Now I want y'all to go to this video of me playing the bass. And go over to when I have my shirt off playing the bass. Look at my stomach. Look how much more stomach there was in there.
Oh, that's mad extra stomach on the overlap.
Right? Titties were more. And that's what
the titties were more spread out on that video.
Out. See?
You been doing chest workouts too?
Chest workout.
Okay, because the titties are coming together a little bit more. Okay, you got some flex on it.
Flex.
Because in this guitar video, them titties are spread. They like this.
They're way out.
They like squid eyes. Okay.
Right?
All right.
And I haven't had no strawberry acai refresher in 6 weeks.
Okay.
No donuts. I ain't been to Chick-fil-A.
Oh, that's huge.
And that's only 6 weeks.
Okay. All right. But you ain't been scaling it.
I ain't been scaling.
You just going pure visuals.
Just do the work, man.
Okay.
Shut the hell up and do the work. But I ain't started the movie over.
Oh yeah,
The Fox
20th
Century. The Fox 20th
Consistency.
Century.
So you stayed on your P's and Q's in New York City.
In New York, I was drinking.
Okay. All right.
But I did.
What was you drinking?
Just me and Melissa at night. You know how
y'all got toe up from the floor up?
Nah,
sipping on some Crown Royal tripping.
Sipping on some Crown Royal tripping. So how'd it go? Everybody funny.
Man, I love that
Chicken in the
song.
pool. Got the way pool. Got the goofies. Can't stop grinning. I don't get drunk no more.
No? So you got buzzed.
I don't even really get buzzed.
What'd you sip on?
I've been drinking sidecars lately.
What is that?
I think it's like Hennessy and Grand Marnier, I believe.
Okay. A lot of sugar in there? What's
yeah.
in it? Oh.
Sometimes I do. A lot of times I do gin and tonic because there's not a lot of sugar in that.
Okay, serious business.
Serious business. But I've been eating less.
Okay.
I just been eating less. Especially if I know I'm going to go out to eat that night.
Uh-huh.
I just be rice cakes, McGee, no sugary drinks. Sugary drinks is where I was.
Okay.
I'm not a big candy or sweets eater.
Uh-huh.
But sugary drinks. McGee.
Sugary drink.
Man,
the orange juice with the breakfast sandwich with the Chick-fil-A is the nail in the coffin.
I've been even on set drinking iced black coffee.
Ooh.
If I need to pick me up.
Right.
When I was doing churchy, I was caramel macchiato. I was mocha tesoro.
Oh.
Strawberry acai. Some of those both in the day.
Uh-huh.
But I've been taking it straight iced black coffee to the face.
Let's see.
I took rice cakes on set, and I've been shooting commercials, TV shows.
Yeah.
On set, I'd be like, forget it. I'm not even gonna try. I'd be when we did a Spectrum commercial, I'd be eating everything they have.
What? I don't remember you eating that much on set when we was
Because
doing
I
that.
ain't. Since I finished Percy, I've been like locked in.
Oh, you was locked in when we did the Spectrum.
Yeah, because set is so easy for me to get off.
For
I
sure.
was
Food
telling
should
you,
be right there for the taking.
they used to be making stuff, especially when we be the talent. They be bringing you stuff first.
Let me tell you what I don't like that I'm self-conscious about. When we be on set, and it be the caterer person, the food, the crafty person, I don't like them there when I'm coming back.
I feel the same way.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
I don't like you watching me pick up
Yeah,
stuff.
stop watching me come back and graze. I don't like it, man, because I feel like you over there, look at this greedy ass. He just left this table. He back? I hate it when they just hanging out at the table.
When I get there and
doing
they
their
there,
job, but
no,
I'll be
do
like,
their
man,
job.
why you here, man?
Go walk around. So I can do
Go somewhere so I can sneak in, man.
Yeah.
I don't like how you sit watching me do this. I don't like it. Yeah, man, get that water going. Regular water, ain't no bullshit extras in there.
Nothing in there.
All right. Yeah, man. Got to watch Kev. He be out here.
When I look back at videos, you can see more neck.
Okay. The neck is coming through.
The neck coming through, how my clothes fit.
Yeah.
I was talking to my boy. He was like, see, look at the neck, Kara. The face is smaller,
Hey.
more eggy.
Yeah, man.
My boy was like, it takes 2 or 3 months for you to really see it. And
Okay.
I was like,
It's not going to be right away.
nah, that's what I'm on the program, man. It's way easier when I'm at home. Home is easy.
Oh, home is easy because you can really get into the routine.
Yeah, I
and
got
rhythm.
access to my stuff.
When you out there in the world, it's like you desperate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially when even the way you tour, it's easier because you be having the room for 3 days.
Yeah.
So you go load up.
I go low. I go
You
to
got the waters. You got the
green
Saratoga.
juice.
You've been going to Saratoga crazy.
Yeah.
That make good water. But when you're like me, it's city.
Yeah.
So you can't carry it. But I just be like, Kev, you can complain. You're going to do something about it.
What you gonna do?
All right.
We do it for Ball Brothers. We doing September to December. Is that the window?
Yeah. I don't think we even go that far into December.
Okay.
I don't think he. What are you doing?
Because
15
Danielle
days?
just asked me, huh?
You trying to go back into the clubs this year?
Oh. No, she just asked me for the Ball Brothers tour. The target time frame, September to early December.
I'll even say November. I don't think there's no reason to go into December.
Maybe, so tell her maybe even
This is
November.
15 days, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because that's 4, that's 8.
That'd be like-
That'll only be 12 if we just do November.
How?
Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking we can do multiples in 1 week. So 1, 2,
Yeah.
3. Oh, yeah, okay. So maybe, so I'll tell her maybe even just through November.
Maybe.
Okay. Okay. What happened?
And I'll be my next snack is with 3 hours, 2-3 hours. If we're done, just half of these straight.
What you mean half?
Half the pack.
Oh, half to, okay.
No, nothing. Not in. Greg was like, I was like, oh, I'll put some peanut butter on this protein. He's like, peanut butter bad. I was like,
Yeah, peanut butter is bad,
come
unfortunately.
on, man.
Unfortunately.
What is peanut butter?
It's just.
Sugar? Once he told me that, I was like, man.
Well, peanut butter, like you can go get some freshly. If you go to Whole Foods, you can just get the peanuts and they grind it in your face, so you know there's no added sugar in there. Yeah, they got the you can get the honey roasted peanuts, almonds, or the regular peanuts at the little grind stations, and then it comes out right there.
What's wrong with peanut butter, though? It's
Well,
sweet.
they say peanuts are not good for you for a variety of inflammation. This, that, and the
Really?
third. Yeah, they say almond butter is a better alternative than peanuts. But as far as the sugar, you just got to stay away from the
So Jiffy,
like the Jif and the Peter Pan and them. But if you get the organic peanut butter, I don't see what sugars are
I'll be doing that,
getting added in.
and I'll be putting
Get the
real
one
honey
with the
on it.
oil on the top, and then But if you really want to just, you go to Whole Foods and they grind it up in your face. It's just literally peanuts sitting in there, and then
And then you have peanut butter.
Comes out in that little pate. Remember I sent you that video?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that the peanuts already had oil.
Huh?
Peanut butter didn't have butter in it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got so
Yeah,
there's no
everybody's George Washington Carver when it comes to peanut.
There's no butter in there. And I love peanuts.
I like peanuts too.
I love peanuts. I'll be craving them. I used to always eat the dry roasted Planters peanuts
Raw?
before I went to bed. I'd just be like, that was Pudge McGee. That was Pudge McKenzie, man.
Man.
Peanut butter is so good.
What really helped me is Roman Reigns. Somebody was asking him, how do you do it? He was just like, man, I just eat it, man. I don't like it. I don't care. This is just what I have to
Talking
eat.
on the healthy tip.
On the healthy tip.
Yeah.
And to hear, man, I'm going to say it a million times. On that side of church, that man was doing right.
Discipline, man.
I don't care. The Zimpy did what it did.
Yeah.
But that man was
consistency is the main key.
And that's the other thing I flipped this one time. Usually I be trying to outwork a bad diet.
Yeah.
This time I'm like, just stick to the diet.
Right.
Even if you can't do the workouts.
Yeah.
Stick to the diet. Because I be the Apple Watch, man, for amounts of huffing and puffing I do, and you do huffing and puffing for 30 minutes, lifting and stuff be 200-300 calories.
Yeah.
You can have a soda and a bag of chips and it's gone.
Gone, done. That
Like,
one bag of Doritos.
One Dorito be 220 calories. A soda's 180. That's you literally have just erased a workout.
Yep.
And I could be still hungry.
Yeah, you gonna eat some more. You
Because
gonna
a bag of chips and a soda ain't. I can have that and
that's
Jersey
the tide
Mike's.
over.
And I ain't been to Jersey Mike's in 6 weeks. And he be calling me, man. He be like, we got. Come here. I ain't gonna try and sell you nothing. Just come here. Just come here talk to you. Every time we do this, every time we have shot this show,
you talk about Jersey Mike's every time.
Not only do I talk about it,
you get it.
I leave here and I drive over there, and I get the stubborn soda.
I didn't know you was really sodaing it up like this.
I don't drink soda crazy, but when I go to Jersey Mike's, I get a soda.
I didn't know you was
but I'm
Sweet
ginger ale.
Beverage McGee.
When I be on the plane,
that's ginger ale soda too.
I know. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, gotcha.
That's where I would be. I drink probably the most soda on planes.
Oh, gotcha.
But on a regular day, I could avoid soda.
Yeah.
But I would have like sparkling water, but like boba tea, Thai tea, those type of things, man. And I think be like 1,000 calories.
Dang, and you be finishing the drink?
What? And have some Melissas.
Because Melissa don't finish. That's the key. Not finishing your food. That's why Melissa out here is Slim Charles. Because she ain't finishing nothing.
Slim Charles.
Yeah, man.
And Greg, leave it all in. Who cares? 13 minutes of us just talking. They at work. They ain't supposed to be watching this no way. So leave it in there. We ain't got to start at the beginning.
Start at the beginning. Now, this one is tough. I couldn't find that many.
Water.
Huh?
Department stores you would rank?
Yeah.
Oh, we doing it off the video. It's already there.
What video?
Hold on. Ty Tribbett, The Mans, Kiera shared, Karen Clark shared, Erica Campbell, Live, Live, Breathe, Fight Tour.
They fighting. Erica Campbell, she's still married?
Still married.
All right, just checking.
Still married.
Just checking.
I think she's just gonna be married.
All right, I was just asking. I wasn't insinuating nothing. I was just wondering. No big deal.
I will go.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Remember the Darren Brand video?
Huh?
Hold on. Remember?
Oh, you can only bring back one. Circuit City.
Who's gonna rank these?
Oh, we ranking those.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you have a list of more than these?
No, it just said which department stores would you bring back ranked, and I just I wouldn't think about that video, but let's do it. Sure.
Should we just do stores you would bring back?
It's not enough because when I went down the list of like department stores that closed, the list wasn't that long. Maybe because I said department stores, but I like this right here.
You want to do this?
Yeah, that's
all right. And we keep that in too, Greg. Yeah, we just leave it all in, man.
Leave it all in.
Every episode
man.
ain't perfect. Welcome to the Ball Brothers Podcast. We're 15 minutes in and we're just starting. I'm Kev on stage.
I'm Tony Baker.
And today we're talking about bringing back these department stores in order of most important to least important. We got Circuit City, Blockbuster, Sam Goody, Kmart, Toys R Us, KB Toys, Montgomery Ward, and Mervyn's. I have been to all these stores.
Yeah.
They were a part of my life.
I know who last for me.
No, it's got to be Montgomery Ward or Mervyn's.
One of them two, yeah.
I
put Mervyn's.
First of all, Mervyn's is just a terrible name.
That name
and Loki, is Sears about to be gone too?
Sears is hanging on by a thread.
I mean, barely.
Yeah.
But Mervyn's is like, nobody, where'd you get that from? You got my jeans from Mervyn's.
Mervyn's, that name is trash. Who is Mervyn? Who is Mervyn?
My grandma used to take us in there all the time.
That sound like a place you wouldn't like the clothes they had.
Mervyn?
A sweater vest? Booger green slacks? At Mervyn's.
Get it all at Mervyn's.
Well, you get the hard bottom.
Montgomery Ward, man, that man, he sound like an old oil tycoon.
Montgomery Ward, I remember that.
Montgomery Ward, he got 16 acres in Dallas, Texas, outside of Dallas, of crude oil.
He sound like a hard worker. You know, my name is Montgomery Ward. I'm going to do a good job for you and your family. It's my family in the truck. You know what I'm saying? It's my wife, Myrtle, my son, Bartholomew, and my baby girl, Abigail.
Bartholomew
Ward. You know I own my truck. My truck don't own me.
I own my truck.
What's your name again? Montgomery Ward. Nice to meet y'all.
Sears and Roebuck. That was
Even
Sears
during sex, he'd be like, how you like this dick that Montgomery Ward is putting on your baby girl? I'm Montgomery Ward doing this to you.
Montgomery Ward for sure would be in third person.
Oh, for sure, man.
Montgomery Ward about to flip you over and give you the best back shots of your life.
Montgomery Ward about to lay you down this evening when I get off work. You just have everything ready. You got that nightgown that Montgomery Ward love? Put that on. No brassiere underneath. You have
no brassiere? Montgomery Ward, he don't mind muff diving from time to time. If that's what you like, Montgomery Ward will muff dive. You know, but he ain't going to be down there long. But he going to do the job right. Montgomery Ward will be with you in a minute.
Montgomery Ward know how to satisfy a woman. I know how to work with my hands, and Montgomery Ward's hands going to be on you, baby girl, as soon as I get home.
Like he says, thrust, 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 thrust. Thrust.
Uh-oh, Montgomery Ward getting close. Montgomery Ward climaxing right here, right now. Ooh, I done put that kid up in
Thrust. 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 Montgomery Ward.
Thrust every pump.
Montgomery Ward's entering the refractory period, so it's going to take Montgomery about 25, 35 minutes to be with you again. If you'd like Montgomery Ward to visit with you in a little bit, give him about 25 minutes to finish with the refractory period. All right. Starts his watch, gets his briefcase, takes his... All right. Thrust. 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 Thrust.
Oh.
Do that the next time you have sex. See what she says.
Baby girl, you're wearing Montgomery Ward out. I didn't plan for this, but yeah. I'm close.
Thrust.
Did you say do that next time?
Next time you have sex, see what happens.
I'm going to try it.
Thrust. Are you saying thrust? Thrust. Tony Baker says thrust now. And also I go by Tony Baker during sex as well. But only during sex. The rest of the time I just say I, me, you know.
I'm going to do this on the debut Smash. Everybody get their quirks. Thrust. Thrust. Thrust.
I feel like if you put it down, she'll accept it, but she'll tell her friends, this nigga Tony Baker.
For sure.
He says thrust every time.
For sure.
It was cool. It was just the thrust threw me off.
Man.
Thrust.
She telling whoever's listening.
And that's crazy, man. You gotta be you being judged in the group chat.
Oh, for sure. He says thrust every time. And that's gonna be the running joke. They're gonna be in my comment section putting the T. Like why your friends keep saying T in my comment section? T.
Thrust.
T.
I don't be judging the group chat.
Huh?
I don't be judged in the group chat.
You know?
This ain't got nobody to tell.
Oh, yeah.
She'd be like, you know what I'm saying?
Who her best friends? Her sisters?
Her sisters?
Oh, yeah, they definitely ain't.
No, my God.
You can't talk to siblings.
I'll never forget. Melissa was about to give birth, and she was having a C-section. This was JoJo, I believe, and her middle sister was in there, Nick, and the doctor was like, "Okay, we're gonna shave her now." And so she like preparing the stuff.
Yeah.
And Nick was like, "Hey, let me out." I was like, "Why?" She was like, "I never seen her like this." I said, "Oh." I thought y'all was close. She was like, we close, but we ain't naked close.
Yeah.
Because some sisters be seeing each other
Yeah, for sure.
naked.
Right.
Right? But it was just so funny that she was like, hey. But her sisters, man, we was in New York. Lisa shot a podcast with Mel, and I was being quiet, you know, because we were just both in the room, and we didn't have a huge room, so there was nowhere else for me to go.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting on the floor with my headphones on, and I'm like, man, they going for a long time. It's like 3 hours. She was like, oh, no, we've been done for an hour and a half. I'm just talking to her now.
Oh, wow.
Like, just chopping it up.
Yeah.
So they be friends.
They be friends.
They be just like, they got a whole separate group chat with just them.
Do they talk about well, Melissa and Mel been with the same
dudes
men for mad long, but I would think the other sister who's got like, you know, more of a dating story. Do she talk to them about the dudes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Melissa and Mel are married for a long time, like you said,
Yeah.
so that ain't probably hitting the group chat.
Right. They like, man, more pumps again from these guys. More pumps again from this. Oh, Greg too. Yeah, the usual pumps. Anyway, so these kids.
More pumps from these guys.
More pumps from these guys.
You know how they be just getting on top and huffing and puffing from time to time.
Peeps, sorry to interrupt the podcast, but sex, right? Sex. We be having it, and we want it to be great every time. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? It be going down sometime. Have better sex with Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. And starting now, Blue Chew is offering a combo so strong, it'll knock your socks off and your neighbor's socks off. You'll have to move towns with the amount of noise you'll be making. That's wild if you just somebody's neighbor and your socks get knocked off. And you're like, what the hell happened to my socks? Then you hear your neighbors making all kind of noise. All right, so Blue Chew Max has arrived, and it combines the active ingredients of Viagra and Cialis into one chewable. This combo acts fast and lasts. Guys, be ready when she needs it and get your first month of Blue Chew free. That's great sex is a few clicks away. Sign up at bluechew.com. Consult with one of their licensed medical providers. And once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the US of A and prepared and shipped directly to your door. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy, okay? Now, I've dabbled in the Blue Chew. In the Blue Chew, it's a good time. What Blue Chew does, it helps you stay in the game. It helps you stay in the game. You know what I'm saying? It just gives you that extra, now you're in the game for a longer period of time. You're not on the bench very quickly with Blue Chew, man. It's a good time. So anyway, make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at bluechew.com. And we got a special deal for our listeners. Try the first month of Blue Chew free when you use the promo code BALD. Just pay $5 shipping. That's promo code BALD. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. Now, back to the Ball Brothers.
Women be talking. I know y'all be talking. Y'all be acting like every time be like, who you be telling? I don't tell nobody about you. I'm like, you're lying.
You're lying, man.
You're lying. And then at the same time, talk about me.
Yeah.
You could talk about me, man. I'm tired of being people's dirty little secret. I don't tell nobody about you. Why not? You ashamed? You ashamed that I was on top of you? Going thrust. Don't be ashamed of me. Don't be having me in the shadows.
Oh, League of Shadows.
Man, be having me in the shadows out here, man.
All right. So we got Montgomery Ward and Mervin's. And then, okay, so we got KB Toys, Toys R Us, Kmart, Sam Goody, Blockbuster, and Circuit City.
KB Toys is next.
KB Toys was in the mall most of the time.
I've never seen a standalone.
Never seen a standalone. Me and Jay, I remember very vividly. We used to go in KB Toys and play with the guns inside the box. Because my mom was not like buying guns and stuff. We would be like, the little shotgun had the we'd be running around the store.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Well,
That's when you get your fix in.
Then we go home and play with Walrus and Man. Go home to our regular toys like, y'all had fun down at KB? All right, now get this immovable object again. But, man, we used to be in there for a long, we were masters at playing with toys in the box.
Yeah.
There was all kind of stuff all kind of fun.
Y'all go in there, you play with your toys in there for about an hour, and then you come back out.
Love playing with those toys. Like, I wish I could have this.
Get your free fix on.
Well, see you later. But Toys R Us was like.
Toys R Us was. That's why I can't. They gonna rank high on this list.
They was not in the same.
No.
And then KB ain't had no commercials. Toys
They really didn't. I don't remember a commercial for KB Toys.
They had no Jeffrey either.
The Jeffrey was.
Toys R Us had a song. I don't want to grow up.
I'm a Toys R Us
I still
kid.
find it hard to believe that Toys R Us
too.
closed its doors.
Me too, man. And I was still in there, being a father, I'll be up in the Toys R Us. Yeah. That was exciting. When I went to Toys R Us, they had all the toys you was looking for. Because I was tired of Walgreens.
Yeah.
Walgreens only had a few G.I. Joes, man.
Yeah.
One Transformer, man. I need the whole lineup.
It's funny because my boys, they miss the right now the iPad is it.
Right.
It's the be all. The
one-stop shop.
The babies be locked. It's like Wally.
Yeah.
Like they be locked in.
Uh-huh.
They be swiping away your phone call. Right? If you have the iPad connected to your thing. I literally bought Micaiah an iPad.
Uh-huh.
Because Mel would never answer her phone.
Yeah.
Because Micaiah would always have it.
Hilarious.
I was like, dude, why are you not we are trying to talk to you? She's like, Micaiah, have my phone. Micaiah, have my phone. Give this iPad to her.
Right.
But my boys, they grew up on toys still. They were
yeah, man. Ain't nothing like some toys.
Yeah,
man.
they never had the iPad I'm not even like being that person. It's just like one, we didn't have the money to buy them iPad as toys. But they grew up still with toys.
Yes.
They got an iPad to use as an iPad when they were later.
I feel like toys are very important for the imagination of a child.
1,000%.
Because you got to create your own narrative, your own stories, your own setup, whatever it is. You take action figures, and then you like, all right, your name is this, that, and the third, and then you going to do this, and then I got this team. And I was doing a whole backstory.
For sure.
But when everything is provided for you, the imagination is gone.
Still some games you can create like Minecraft, Roblox.
Oh yeah,
those are some creative games
for sure.
Isaiah he has like an animated thing. Even when he was young, he used to animate and have fun. Like McKinley and them, they're big into Minecraft, so it's like creating within the world of technology.
Right.
But I think every parent's like, y'all play with toys, y'all need to read books. And then each group of parents has been like,
they always got
back in my day,
we read.
Yeah, we read.
Now
back in our day, I worked in the steel mill. Wasn't no toys.
Wasn't no toys. I played with a hammer and a nail, and then I built shit.
And I'm Montgomery Ward.
Montgomery Ward.
Now, I built a business from scratch. And now I deliver the thrust.
Oh.
All right, so what would you do next? So Mervin's, Montgomery Ward, KB Toys.
And then I would do Kmart.
I hated Kmart.
Kmart always slow on the draw.
Hated Kmart.
Every time they was slow at the register, man. Lines be mad slow. Every single time I went to Kmart.
Man.
I was like, man, open up another lane. They was like, the cashiers looking dead behind the eyes. They like, yeah, receipts is mad long. Coming out like runner carpets. Just all the way down, man. I'm like, man, what is happening in here?
Hated Kmart. My mom
Kmart.
bought us so
I
many
always
clothes
felt
from there.
dingy in there.
That's when Champion wasn't cool.
Yeah, I got a Champion on right now.
Yeah, it's
man.
cool now. Now everybody's all good with it.
Man.
When we were kids, not so fun, not so cool.
Man.
You got your stuff from Kmart.
Champion.
Those are Bobos.
Ugh.
So,
Kmart, man. Pigeons was always deep on the roof.
The what?
The pigeons.
Oh, pigeons.
There'd be mad pigeons on the roof of Kmart for some reason. I think it's the K. And like, yeah, man, right here. Meet me at the big K, pigeons. And they'd be, you know how they be talking. Like, man, shut up, pigeons, man. You're going to be in there for a long time. I was trying to tell you.
Shut up, pigeons is hilarious.
Man.
So you got to go Toys R Us next.
Nah, Toys R Us is still chilling.
Circuit City?
Nah, Sam Goody.
Nah, man.
Actually, yeah, Circuit City's next.
Yeah.
Circuit City's next.
Circuit City. I wonder why Circuit City didn't make it and Best Buy made it. They basically the same
They
store.
the same store.
I don't know what it was that Circuit City did wrong.
They ain't got no Geek Squad.
That's probably what it is.
That Geek Squad is essential.
Yeah,
The
because
people don't know what the hell they doing.
I don't know how to put no mount
That
on
ain't
TV.
never gonna change.
I
They be like, I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. Geek Squad.
bought the ring, brother. I'm not.
That shit is keeping Best Buy afloat.
I'm not doing.
Nah.
Bring. How much is the Geek Squad?
Whatever you're charging, I'm paying.
Bring them
Pull
over.
up. And then Montgomery Ward, sure. You say you need a TV mounted. All right, I'm Montgomery Ward. I mount TVs. Then once I'm done with your TV, I'm going to give my wife the thrust later this evening, man. It's one of my favorite things to do, as a matter of fact. All right, man, just put the TV up. Yes, sir. You right about that. You right about that. So, all right,
So
Circuit
now
City.
we have Toys R Us, Blockbuster, and Sam Goody left.
Okay. Now we can do Toys R Us.
Yeah, get Toys R Us up out of here
Yeah,
now.
because you know
They had a
after a
good
while
run.
they had a good run,
They had a
man.
good
But Toys
run,
R Us
man.
was exciting.
I wanna go up.
I'm a Toys R Us kid, man. Yeah, I can play with.
Man,
Toys R Us was cracking, man.
and it was so big. KB was small in the mall.
Yeah,
Toys R Us, they
that's
had
this his
all the
own
G.I. Joes.
spot. Every toy you was looking for was accounted for at Toys R
Everything.
Us,
Every G.I. Joe, all the turtles, the
and it was
blimp.
never close to me.
Nah. You got to make a trip
Had
to
to
Toys
check.
R Us.
We going to Toys R Us? I'm in the back like, yeah. And then let me ask you this about Jeffrey, the giraffe. But no, because I used to think Jeffrey was a part of that gum, but that's
The
a
fruit
different.
stripe?
That's a zebra.
That's a zebra.
All right, never mind. My theory.
So Sam Goody got to be next.
Sam Goody, man. Back. So this cuts into my music era where I'm buying my own music. Sam Goody was essential.
Absolutely.
The new albums coming out, I'm all up in Sam Goody's face.
Man, there was like no feeling like paying for that album with your own money
God.
because you don't know if it's gonna be good.
Y'all, it was a gamble. All you
a
had was some
gamble.
singles. You
That's
had
all you had was
one or
the-
two singles that you
Man.
liked. The rest was a dice roll.
and you gonna listen to that album.
You gonna run it all
If
the
I
way
paid
through.
$12, brother.
Play.
I'm listening to that album.
You hit play.
Because I don't have now. We just go stream, click,
Yeah.
click, click, blah blah blah. When you
Yep.
would pay the 12 and you don't have a lot of money,
letting it run through.
prior to burning CDs,
You looking at the booklet.
Oh,
Who produced this? Oh,
man.
Who wrote on this? Oh, they got lyrics in here. You was all in that booklet.
Do you remember the first album you bought with your own money?
Yes, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Full Moon Fever.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What?
That was the first album I bought with my own money, man.
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers?
Yes.
What was the reasoning behind that?
It was Running Down the Dream. It was Won't Back Down. It was Free Falling.
free
I wanted
fall.
that album, man. I was like, yo, I want this album. And then when I remember when I bought it, I was with my mom and a friend of hers and her son. And he was like, and I'm in Chicago. They like, the fuck you buying Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers for? And I was just like, I like it. I like it, man. It was like that was the first tape
That's
I bought with my own money.
hilarious,
Yep.
man.
Yep. Well, I was like, I got to have this.
Man, that's so funny. How old were you?
This was 89, so I was like 12 maybe.
And you was buying Tom Petty?
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, man. I played that album. And then shortly after that, I bought Tears for Fears, Sowing the Seeds of Love album.
That was the next one that you bought with your money?
It might have been, because that came out 89 too.
Who are
I was
you?
big white in the 80s.
You were big white.
I was big white in the 80s. I was talking about that on Verbal Cardio. In the 80s, I'm listening to we didn't have BET, so we watching MTV. MTV was just, so I'm I'm watching Peter Gabriel, Van Halen, U2, Phil Collins, Tears for Fears, Duran Duran, and I'm just like, yo, man, this
is real music.
This shit right here is
That's
where
what you
it's at.
coons listen to your Michael Jackson.
Listen.
And
I was listening to Michael, though. I was listening to Michael, Prince, Anita Baker, Whitney Houston made it through the cracks, Luther Vandross.
Yeah.
Those are the blacks that made it through, Shaka Khan. But if they wasn't on some poppy type shit, it wasn't getting through MTV's filter.
Sure. I've been listening to a lot of Luther since I watched the documentary.
Yeah.
I've been queuing up.
I love that song he got with Gregory Hines, man.
Woo!
That's my shit.
Big Luther lately.
So then, you know, Yo MTV Raps comes around. So now I'm getting more exposed to hip hop. I'm like, oh shit. So once 1990 hit, that's when things started to shift.
You put the Tom Petty album down. Like,
I was still listening to Tom Petty, but it was like now I'm listening to In Vogue and Tony, and like, you know, all this black stuff was coming in. So then I turned black. But in the 80s though,
that's when you turned black like Kamala.
Man,
1990 is when I turned
that's
black.
When I turned
you
black.
were 13 years old.
Yep.
You turned black.
And
that's a pivotal. That's middle school.
Yeah.
Middle school, the music you like in middle school heavily defines your taste of music.
Because I was coming into my own style of like, you know what I'm saying? Because
before
take what
I'm
your
listening
parents
to what my mom
was,
older siblings do,
Yep.
and then it becomes what your friends do, then it becomes what you do. Shout out to you though for sticking to your guns on Tom Petty. Because somebody would be like, "That's what you like." I'll be like, "Nah,
I stood firm. I was like, "Yep." I had no shame. I was like, "Yep." That was it because I was excited. I was like, "Yes." I've been trying to get this. And so that's when I faded away from like MTV and it was just more so. And then once I got hip hop, it was a rap.
Yeah. What's your favorite song is from what's the name of the group? The Dream song?
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac.
I love that song, man.
Yeah.
That was the 70s though. So I came back around on Dreams because it came out in 77. So I was just born. So I came back around on Dreams in like 97.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you were 20.
Because I had bought the Fleetwood Mac Greatest Hits joint. Because I was
in
like,
Mexico?
Yeah.
At that time?
Yep. Because I remember taking my girlfriend to the airport, and I was like, I'm gonna get that Fleetwood Mac because Dreams was playing on the radio or something. I was like, oh. I was already familiar with Fleetwood Mac, but it was just like, ooh, it just hit me extra hard. Ever since then.
That is a great song, though. You ain't gonna get no argument from me. First album,
that's why it's one of the best albums of all time.
Yeah,
best selling. Rumors.
Ride or Die Volume 1, the compilation by Rough Riders, was the first album I bought.
That's the first album you bought? That was 99?
99. Wow. When I was in 10th grade.
Wow.
DMX was killing.
Yeah.
I thought Eve was just the most beautiful woman
the
ever. People in a skirt, the locks.
Yeah.
And I had like $12. Man, I Drag On was on that album. I would be like, I had to listen to it in the living room computer. I looked at some porn on that computer too.
Oh.
Pop-up, it's crazy. I was so scared. I just unplugged though. Because remember pop-ups, we didn't have a pop-up blocker.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, penis and vagina. And that thing said, and I was like, ah! I was by myself though. That was the last time I did that. But that Ride or Die
computer gonna
Volume,
tell on you,
man.
Yeah, I remember when that came out. I was a veteran in buying albums by then, though.
But I used to love to go to Sam Goode. Remember, you could listen to it.
Yes.
And be like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm feeling this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and get a little piece of this.
Man, the listening stations.
And number one, that means number one got
number
to
one,
be...
that Blockbuster showed it. Going to the video store was life. Going to the video store, man. I remember going to the video store when they had the videos and they had the box in there and the actual tape was behind it. So you would go in there and like, if it just came to video that week, they would have several boxes of the same movie. You'd be like, oh, I got to get in. You know, The Fugitive is on video now. You go in there and it's just all Fugitive and none of them got a tape behind it. You're like, damn it. And you go up to the counter, y'all got any fugitives over
in the
here?
back?
Nah, we ain't got none in the back. You're like, ah. And then you go and look for something else. You be like, oh,
that's how people got exposed to other movies.
Yes.
Because the stuff you want is gone.
You looking
and
around.
you already there. I'm leaving here with something.
I'm leaving here with something.
I remember
leaving,
and I did this well into the 2000s.
Yeah.
Like, I remember taking the boys to Blockbuster.
It's a great first date spot.
Yeah. We used to go to, even before Redbox. I remember when Redbox came out, the only reason I went there is because I had all these codes for free movies. I had like a year's worth of codes. There was all these different codes.
How do you get the code?
I think it was on the internet. I don't know.
Okay.
Or people was telling me, it was like, do Redbox 30.
Yeah.
And you could use that and somebody else will have a new code. And I was like,
Oh.
this is fantastic.
Yeah.
But Blockbuster, man, it was just,
fantastic.
I look so forward to going
I
there.
love the video store. I was always in one. And it wasn't just Blockbuster. It was Hollywood. It was
Video,
Blockbuster. It was the local
Family-owned,
joint.
little mom and pop.
They had the porn.
They had the, they had the back.
They had
The mom and pop had the little
back there behind them.
I went into a sex store in New Jersey on the road one time, and they
Solo?
had solo,
Huh?
and I think they had jack off rooms in there.
Oh.
Yeah, because the men were coming out like sweaty
Oh.
and paying the $40. I was like, wait, what
What are they sweating?
They were. I think they could go watch the porn and handle their business in this like. They had like curtains and stuff. I don't
That's
know if I'm
wild.
making this up.
Y'all be sweating during the solo sessions?
These men were coming out like.
Like, what's happening in there?
I was like, yo, what is this? We just can't. I just needed a little lube.
Was there somebody in there with them with the sweat?
No, they was by
coming out
themselves.
sweaty. I'm like, somebody was in there with you.
Yeah, see, some people they know these are for real. They have these booths. Glory Hole store.
I mean, it was Jersey.
Yeah, it was grimy in there.
Jersey just
Tony
seems
Soprano was
gritty.
like, yeah, man, we got the sex store over on Prime. But anyway, yeah, the Blockbuster, they only had they didn't have no stuff. And I remember
Nah,
used to have
they
the,
were
like,
pure.
Yeah, they were pure. But
Yeah.
they used to get the movie decoration too. Like you get the cutout
Yep,
of the big movie.
The big movie, Terminator 2. And he's
Man.
sitting there with the... Man, it was a vibe,
It was
man.
so good.
I love the video store. I was a regular in every
man.
video store.
I remember when Blockbuster went out of business in Tacoma, and I got to keep a Madden game
Sad, man.
because they went out of business. And I
you
went to
kept
turn it back in, and it was closed. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
sucks to be you guys.
We were always big movie renters, man.
So were we.
Always.
Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit, we rented.
Oh, my God.
I remember Titanic came in two tapes. We had to put the second tape in to finish Titanic.
Yeah. Man.
That movie
Titanic
was
was
so
long.
long. We had to take a tape out and put another tape in.
Some of y'all had time for Titanic, but you ain't had time for Malcolm. I'm going to just let that sit.
Oh, your old Blockbusters now Popeyes? That hurts.
Yeah. I hate to see the video stores go down.
Oh, man. Broke my heart.
Sucks.
All right, man. We're done with this. Bye.